Good morning, children. I hope that you all are safe and fine at home. So, in the last module, I have just told you that how William Douglas he had aversion to water. That there were two experiences. The one when he was 3 to 4 years old, he went with his father to the beach of California, and there a big wave just swept over him. So it was very difficult for him to breathe, and that experience was very horrible for him. And the second experience was when a 18-year boy had just pushed him or tossed him into the swimming pool, and how his body, legs become very rigid, paralyzed. He become very panic. He was unable to see anything. He wanted to yell. He wanted the tender arms of his mother to help. He tried, but he knew one strategy very well, that if he's going to just push his feet when he's going to come at the bottom, he will come up like a cock. He tried thrice, but he didn't succeed. Afterwards, when he had just lost his sense at that time, he just felt very drowsy. He was tired. He had just left all his efforts. And when he just came into consciousness, he found himself lying on the stomach and he was vomiting. So these two experiences had a great impact on him, that he had just left his so many things, that is canoeing, fishing, boating, all this thing. So afterwards what happened, he decided to overcome. He was determined that he wanted to overcome this fear. So he hired one instructor. So the instructor just made him practice 5 days a week. He had just attached a rope to the belt through a pulley, and then he allowed or loose the pulley daily, uh, more and more, so that he learned to go inside the water. Initially, his old terror just returned and his legs become very frozen. But later on, he learned how to inhale and exhale into the water. So till here we have read it. And children, one more thing: whenever you sit with the module, please sit with your textbook. So let's start. Let's resume with our chapter. Next, he held me at the side of the pool and had me kick with my legs. So what he did then? So next he held him at the side of the pool, and he had just taught him how to kick his leg into the water. For weeks, I did just that. At first, my legs refused to work, but they gradually relaxed, and finally, I could command them. So he says that for weeks he did it. Firstly, his legs were very rigid, very frozen, but later, gradually, he had become relaxed. He become adjustable, and he was very much determined that he's going to overcome this fear. Thus, piece by piece, he built a swimmer. And when he had perfected each piece, he put them together into an integrated whole. In April, he said, "Now you can swim. Dive off and swim the length of the pool. Crawl, stroke." I did. The instructor was finished. Yet instructor was finished means not that the instructor died. Instructor was finished means his lessons were finished. Sorry. His lessons were finished. But I was not finished. I still wondered if I would be terror stricken when I was alone in the pool. So he says that, but he had not completed his work. He still had a fear when he was alone in the pool. When his instructor or when his teacher was there, he was quite confident. But when he was alone, his terror just seized him. I tried it. I swam the length up and down. Tiny vestiges. Vestiges means here sign. SIGN of the old terror would return, means the sign of that old terror just written But now I could frown and say to that terror, trying to scare me, yeah, well, here is to you. Look, and off I would go for another length of the pool. But he used to scream, he used to shout that, oh, terror, are you going to scare me? Oh, no. And then he just have the another length of the pool. This went on until July, but I was still not satisfied. I was not sure that all the terror had left. But still, he had something in his heart that no, still he is not completely overcome with the fear. So I went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire, dived off a dock at Triggs Island, and swam 2 miles across the lake to Stamp Act Island. I swam the crawl, breaststroke, stride stroke, and backstroke. Only once did the terror return when I was in the middle of the lake. So he just went there and he just tried various stroke, that is breaststroke, side stroke, and backstroke. And once he had that fear when he was in the middle of the lake. I put my face under and saw nothing but, but bottomless water. The old sensation written in miniature. I laughed and said, well, Mr. Terror, what do you think you can do to me? It fled and I swam on. He says that when his face was under the water, he had the same experience as he had when he was thrown, tossed into the swimming pool, but he laughed and he says that and said to Mr. Terror that what do you think that he's going to afraid of him, and he says that no, and he just keep on swimming and then he don't have any fear. Yet I had residual doubts. At my first opportunity, I hurried west, went up the Tyne to Conrad Meadows, up the Conrad Creek Trail to Mediate Glacier, and camped in the high meadow by the side of Warm Lake. The next morning, I dived into the lake and swam across to the other shore and back, just as Doc Corponon used to do. I shouted with joy, and Gilbert Peak returned the echo. I had conquered my fear of water. So he says that he went to the various lake, okay, and he tried a lot. He dived there, and he had just experienced that now 100% fully he had overcome with fear. The experience had a deep meaning for me, as only those who have known stark terror and conquered it can appreciate. He says that it has a deep meaning. Why? Because the one who has just experienced, that person can only understand that what is the meaning of victory over fear. In death, there is peace. There is terror only in the fear of death. As Rosalind knew when he said, please, children, mark this line. All we have to fear is fear itself. This is the main theme or the gist of the chapter, that all we fear to all we have to fear is fear itself. That all we have to fear is means we have to make terror afraid of ourselves, then only we can achieve the victory. Because I had experienced both the sensation of dying and the terror that fear of it can produce, the will to live somehow grew in intensity. So he says that because he had experienced both the sensation of dying, means he was very near to the death, and he experienced that terror also. So he says that he knew very well that what is the difference between terror and death, how closely they are related to each other. At last, I felt released, free to walk the trails and climb the peaks and to brush aside fear. So he says at last he was released. He know how to just swim anywhere, how to climb the peaks, and now he don't have any fear. Okay. So now, children, before starting with the chapter, please go to the chapter. Please read each and every chapter very carefully, because you can't attempt any question in the examination without reading the chapter. And in 6 mark question, as I have told in class 11th also, that you have to write both regarding the chapter also and in general also. So don't forget that when you have long questions, 6 mark questions, long questions, that means you have to write both in general also as well as then you have to relate it with the chapter. If it is 30 to 40 words, then only about the chapter. Okay, so now here we have the questions. This you have to do. Think as you read. It's on page number 27. Yes, here. What is a misadventure that William Douglas speaks about? So what was the misadventure? He just speaks about his experiences, two major experiences, that why he had aversion to water. Okay, then you have to write both the experiences. That the first one, when he was 3 to 4 years old, he just went with his father to the beach in California, and how the big wave just swept over him. And the second, 18-year boy had just tossed him into the water. Understood? Now second question: what were the series of emotions and fears that Douglas experienced when he was thrown into the swimming pool? So how we explain, he had become very panic, he was very much frightened, afraid. His legs or his body legs were become very rigid, paralyzed. His lungs were just about to burst. The 9 feet seems to be 90 to him. Many means, I think around 1.5 pages on this question only. So you can refer page number, here you can refer page number 26, the entire page number 26, 25 also, last 2 paragraphs from page number 25, last 2 paragraph, and page number 26. The whole page is on this only, that how he felt. What plans did he make to come to the surface? So what was his plan? So his plan was that he knew one strategy very well. That when he is going to touch the tile of the swimming pool, and he knew very well that when he is going to push himself upwards, he will come like a cock. How did this experience affect him? How he was affected? He was deeply affected. He was deprived of his many things, that is canoeing, boating, and swimming. This is on page number 26, first paragraph. This is on page number 26, first paragraph. See here, last line here. It ruined my fishing trips, deprived me of the joy of canoeing, boating, and swimming. Okay. Now next is here on page number 29. Why was Douglas determined to get over his fear of water? Why he was determined? So he says that he was very much determined to get over his fear of water, because he had to deprived of so many things. Okay, so he can't live like this only, and he don't want to deprived of his joy like canoeing, boating, and swimming. That's why. How did the instructor build a swimmer out of Douglas? This is on page number 28. It's here, second paragraph. See, I used every day I knew to overcome this fear. The entire paragraph. So from here you will get this answer, that how the instructor built a swimmer out of Douglas. How he taught him 5 days a week. How he just tie a rope around his belt and a pulley, and how he lose daily little by little. How he taught him to inhale and exhale. Everything will come here. And this question normally comes of 6 marks. So this should be a little bit lengthy. How did Douglas make sure that he conquered the old terror? How he make sure? It's on page number 29. When he went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire. Okay, dived off. It's on page number 29, on this page only. See first paragraph, first line. He went to the Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire, dived off a dock, at Triggs Island and swam 2 miles across the lake to Stampede. And then he just swam the crawl, breaststroke, and stride stroke and backstroke, and then he just shouted. Once he had that fear, but then he shouted and he come to know that he had overcome with the fear. Thank you, children.